Everyone, got lots and lots of people here joining us. Super excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much for making it. We've got Robin, we've got Michael. Saw you again, Michael. Amazing. We've got some of my students here. Super happy to have you guys. Got Andressa, Beyond, Cornell, Rook. Amazing. Guys, let me share my screen and let's get started. So there's no fluff here. We're just gonna get straight to the point, right? Let's have some fun together, share some value with you guys. So the reason why you guys are here today is because you want to learn more about how to convert your leads into paying customers, right? And I've been doing that for a while. So I'm very excited to share my knowledge and my experience with you so you can get the framework and you can actually implement that yourself. So very important that you take notes, that you learn as much as you can in this presentation, because at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you the access to all the automations that you need to implement everything that I am showing you here. Okay. And I will give you the replay for this presentation as well. So you will be able to just go back and watch, and I will also be taking questions as well. Cool. So I'll just ask you guys to mute your microphones. I believe everyone has got your microphones muted. Perfect. So then I will take questions at the end, but feel free to type any questions you may have, and we'll take it from there. Cool. Alrighty, so let's get started. The agenda for today is the following. First, I'm going to cover why most businesses actually struggle with generating leads and also converting those leads. Then I'm going to touch on the solution itself, and spoiler alert, it's going to be the sales journey. And then I am going to do a live demo, and I'm going to show you the entire framework, how it works from the very beginning all the way to the very end. And I will then give you access to all the automations so you can implement that yourselves. Cool. First, let's talk about me, right? So who's this guy behind your, behind the screen, just like presenting to you, right? And I think this is very important because you need to know who you're learning from. You don't want to learn from any random that you see online. And to a certain extent, I might still be a random for a lot of you guys, but I'm here to change that. So my name is Luis Xavier. I am a GoHighLevel certified consultant, and I am an email deliverability expert. And for a very long time, I've been working with email marketing, more specifically around customer journey, sales optimization, and deliverability. Meaning that most of my career, I've been working, helping businesses optimize their pipeline and create a profit revenue that goes beyond, what most businesses have. Okay. And my background is actually in IT. So I've been working in IT for a very long time, as in computers and servers. I am highly certified, in IT. So I was previously a Microsoft trainer, Citrix certifications, CCNA, all that stuff. And for the most part, I love tech and I love artificial intelligence that we have now. It's amazing. And I am tapping as much as I can into that, leaning on artificial intelligence because it's great. But I never got what I really wanted out of working in the tech industry, fixing computers and creating projects and so on, because for the most part, people, they want their computers to work. And when the computers stop working, I would go and fix them. And they're like, why wasn't that working in the first place? So for me, I never got my, I for me, like my my goal is to provide value, give you something you go, wow, this is amazing. You know, like I really appreciate what you're doing. And with work, when I was working with IT, I didn't feel that. So I wanted to change, right? And I didn't want to be working 9 to 5 and be stuck in an office. So I decided to change, and I started my journey with marketing, and I created my own business, and the rest is history, right? So I'm going to show you exactly what I've done, and you can do the same, okay? And I was getting about 5,000 a month, then 10,000 a month, then 20,000 a month, and I had months where I was getting $60,000 a month. Okay, and the system that I will show you, it can both implement it through your business, so you can use it for yourself, but you can also implement that to clients. So you can charge people to have this system. Okay, and this is the exact system that I have provided to my clients. Alrighty, so let's talk about why most businesses struggle to stay afloat. Most of the time, a lot of businesses, they think they need more leads. And yes, you do need leads, but let's think about an old car. You've got an old car, and you just keep putting more and more petrol, and it's not very efficient, right? Because you're using so much petrol, and the engine is very old, and it's not working to the best it should be, right? So if you were perhaps a mechanic, you could have a look and you could make the engine more efficient, so perhaps it would use less fuel. Okay, so that's the same thing. So with your business, you can continue to get more and more leads. Okay, but if you cannot convert those leads into customers, you're going to have a very, very hard time scaling your business. You're going to have a hard time growing your business and so on. And I say that because I worked with clients that had 3 million contacts in their list, and they were bringing about 5,000 leads per day. And guess what? Um, they were still struggling because they didn't know how to convert those leads into paying clients efficiently in a way that would make more sense for them to pay more money to acquire more leads. Okay, so instead of focusing in the lead generation only, you need to focus on how to convert those leads. You need to increase the conversion of the leads into the customers. Okay, so the more people that can the more leads that you can have in your pipeline that you can convert into paying customers, the bigger your business will be, the bigger your profits will be, and you will be able to scale a lot easier as well. And something that is just counterintuitive is that when you focus on lead generation, you do a lot of work. Okay, you're going to be working in ads, you're going to be doing a lot of organic posts, and you're going to be talking to leads, you're going to be doing meetings and all that stuff. But if you focus on the customer journey, it's something that you're going to implement, and for the most part, you implement and you can just leave it there, and it will continue to do all the work for you. Because it's an automation, we're going to be able to personalize everything that is happening there, and then you can go and focus on the lead generation, right? So it's going to be a lot more efficient, and you're going to be able to grow your business a lot faster. So unstrategic emailing. This is the famous spray and pray. If you don't have a strategy to convert leads into paying clients, you're going to probably be doing this, which is broadcast emails to your entire list. And that's what a lot of people do. They have a list of contacts and they're like, oh, I heard I should be sending emails. And they write emails and they go and send to everyone in the list. And this is one of the worst things you can do. Why? You're not segmenting your list. You're not sending the right email to the right people at the right time. You're not sending the right offer. You are not taking into consideration if the person is ready to receive your offer, if the person is maybe they already purchased your product and you're still saying, hey, go buy my product, you know? So you got to be very careful with the way that you are doing the strategy. And this by any means is not a strategy. So spray and pray is not a strategy. And we're going to change this today. The other one is generic newsletters. So what happens with the newsletters? Businesses know that they need to send emails and they're like, okay, I'm not sending broadcast emails. Instead, I'm going to send newsletters. And they go and they make this newsletter that is absolutely beautiful for them, right? Because what your avatar, what your lead wants is not a beautiful newsletter. I can tell you that right now. What they want is to know what you do. They want to be able to learn more about the solution that you have and make sure that these will have the impact in their lives to solve the problem that they are having right now. This is the biggest thing. Okay, so your newsletter won't cut it. And the biggest problem with the newsletter is that they don't know who you are. They don't like you. They don't trust you. That's for sure. And how are they going to buy from you? So the newsletter isn't a very good strategy unless you are a Corey Sanchez and everybody knows who you are and you decide that you're going to do a newsletter. So in this case, you don't need to nurture those leads that much. You don't need to tell them who you are and get them to like and trust you because they already trust them, right? So you're a big celebrity, so it's a lot easier. That said, if you get people like Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and so on, they themselves use customer journeys, right? They will send you the right email at the right time with the right offer. So learn from the big guys, and some of those big guys are doing that wrong too, right? So just take that into consideration. And the last thing in here that I wanted to mention regarding why a lot of businesses fail is around the lack of tracking. If you're not tracking what you're doing, hold on, I've got some people here waiting to come in. Let me just let them in real quick. 1 second, guys. There you go. Apologies about that. Hello, Christian. Oh man, I've got a full house here. I've got Carrie, one of my students here. Olivia, glad that you're here. That's amazing. Cool. So let me go back. Okay, so the last problem that I'm going to cover here in terms of why the businesses struggle is lack of tracking. If you're not tracking, you don't know simply what sort of results you got. So if you send an email and you're not tracking the open rate, the click rate, if you don't know who is actually engaging with the content, it's you know, you're gonna have a pretty hard time, right? So you need to track, and I am going to show you how to track the engagement in a very simple way because it's automated. So I created an automation that will track precisely who is engaging, who's not engaging, and who is actually inactive. So this will help you a lot because we're going to automate everything, and the people that are engaging, we're going to continue to send them emails because they are engaging. The people that are not engaging, we're going to get them to re-engage. So we've got a different path, a different journey for them. And the people that are inactive, we're going to unsubscribe them. Because if they are inactive, they are not reading our emails, and we continue to send them emails, we are essentially spamming them, okay? So let's talk about the solution, because this is a big one. The solution for your problems, for most businesses problems, is to have a sales journey that works, okay? And that will allow you and the other businesses out there to have a revenue machine. So you ask, like, why it will be so important to the point that, you know, now I've got a revenue machine. Let's think about it. When you send a newsletter, when you send a broadcast email to everyone, what happens? You're not tracking. They receive the email and they could be reading the email. Maybe they just tagged you, like they reported you as a spammer, right? You're not tracking, so it's very hard to know what's happening. However, when you have an entire customer journey where you're sending the right email at the right time to the right people, and you know precisely what's going on, and if the person is not engaging, you're going to get them to re-engage, and if they are inactive, you're going to get them to be unsubscribed from the list, and so on. That is a very nice and oiled machine. It's very efficient, and you don't need to do much. Like after you set this all up, you need to continue to optimize, of course, but this becomes a revenue machine. It just keeps converting your leads into paying customers, okay? And you have the ability to personalize all the message, okay? Because instead of just sending one email to the entire list, you're going to be able to personalize their journey. So if I entered your list and I didn't purchase a product from you, you know, this guy hasn't actually purchased a product from me. So guess what? He needs to be nurtured a little bit more. Maybe he needs to have some answers for some of the questions he has, right? And that's exactly what we do. So depending, and I'm going to show you that in a second, but depending on where the lead is in their journey, we know precisely what they need to see, and we're going to provide that to them, okay? So it's a scalable system, right? That is consistent and it's repeatable, and it's a process that you can implement for any business, okay? And something that I wanted to highlight here as well is that going back to where I was talking about, you know, the lead generation, when you generate leads, let's say you're running ads and you get people to go perhaps to a funnel, or you could be doing exactly what I'm doing right now. You can have a presentation or a webinar, and you know, I'm not pitching you guys today anything, right? Not today, but let's say you were about to pitch something to your leads. Guess what? If they don't convert, that's it, right? Unless you have a customer journey, and then you send the right email at the right time to the right people, right? So very, very important. So this, I really want to emphasize how important this is, okay? And this is exactly what I used to generate $15 million in sales for my clients, okay? And I'm talking about John Purbathy, I'm talking about Jeff Lerner, and some of the big names out there, alrighty? So this is the framework of how the sales journey work. Okay, so first you capture the lead. So you will have an opt-in, and this opt-in will receive the name of the lead and the email address, and potentially, if you can, you should grab their phone number as well, so then you can send them SMSs. Okay. From there, you want to build trust and authority. You want them to know who you are, like what you do, and trust you. So they will be ready when you have an offer put in front of them. Then you're going to track the engagement. You're going to track precisely who is doing what. If they're opening your emails, if they're not opening your emails, and if they're clicking and so on. Why? Because you have your entire customer journey done up, it's written, it's perfect, it's amazing, you're very happy about it, you've done the right thing. But then people go through the customer journey, the leads will go through the customer journey, and then you need to go and check, how is the welcome email journey? Like, what has happened? Are people even opening the emails I created? No? Okay, what do I need to do? And I'm gonna have another lesson that I'm going to give you in a different day, where I'm going to show you how to optimize. So today I'm going to show you what you need to do and implement. Then I'm going to show you in a different day or a different lesson how to optimize this amazing system. And then I'm going to show you how to generate leads organically. So in this group, I've got 100 leads, 100 leads. I didn't actually spend a dime. Okay, all those leads, they came in here. You guys know, because the way that you arrived here today, you didn't see any ads from me. You're here because I developed a system and I used the system and I got you in here, right? And I'm going to show you precisely how to do the same thing. So then you have the tools to get leads, convert those leads, and optimize the machine I'm going to give you, right? And it's all free, right? So there's no strings attached. You can go and implement that in your business, and you can also sell this to your customers, alrighty? So you need to track the engagement, and then you want to personalize your offers. And that will be what I said about sending the right email at the right time. And I'm going to show you very shortly, just in the next slide, how to do it. And then we're going to do the follow-ups and retargeting. And that's going to be a combination of SMS, emails, of course, and also customer journey. So let's dive straight into it. So this is the masterpiece, right? So you will have different channels. Everyone uses and likes different channels. So you might have ads on Facebook or Instagram. You might be doing some posts and people are interested, and you have a lead magnet and they sign up to an opt-in. So everything that happens here, right, in terms of lead acquisition should take them into an opt-in. And this opt-in should be as simple as name, phone number, and email address. Just keep in mind, the more you ask, the less you usually get. Meaning, if you just ask for the name and email address, you probably will get more leads compared to name, email address, and phone number. That said, if you get leads that are willing to give you name, phone, and email, usually you might be getting better leads because they are more invested and they are fine to share the details with you. Okay, so in here, straight off the bat, there are two very important things happening. Okay, so when you implement this system, usually you will more than likely already have a list. So we tap into the list that you already have. We don't want to be wasteful. We want to utilize all the resources that we have. So in here, we've got your list, okay, or the client's list. And what we're going to do, we're going to send a reactivation email. And the reason why we do that is because there's a very good chance that you haven't actually been doing the right thing, or you have problems with open rates and email deliverability, or you haven't actually been sending emails very often to those lists, right? Those are the three things that I see all the time. And it's absolutely fine. You don't know what you don't know, but after today, you're going to be able to implement this, and there's no excuses, right? So it's up to you. But the idea behind the warm-up is that we're going to send one email to the entire list, but we're going to be doing that slowly, okay? So we're going to, in the first day, send to, say, 50 people. The next day, we're going to send the same email to another 100 people, and we keep doubling that until we reach the entire list, okay? And I have created the automation for this, so you don't need to be like, oh, okay, tomorrow just 100 people, then 100 people, and so on. The automation will do everything for you. You just chuck all the leads inside of this automation, and it will automatically split your list and send it, and do all the magic for you. So you don't need to worry about that at all, which is really cool. And in here, the goal is to really get the leads to engage. Okay, so we want them to open the email. So for them to open the email, we need to have a very powerful subject line. Then we want them to read the content and click on a link, the link inside of the email itself. Then after they click that link, right, and they go to consume whatever is inside of that link, we want them to reply to that message, because those are the three most important signals that we can send to the gods of the internet when it comes to email deliverability. So open, click, reply. If we can get them to do all those three things, it's just going to be amazing, right? Why? Because at the end of the day, Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, all they want is for people to engage with the emails that they are receiving. If you send emails and people are like, oh, I don't want to even see that, and they don't open, or they mark it spam or whatever, like, this is horrible for them. They're like, I don't want to give this experience to my users, right? So if nobody's opening this particular email that has been sent by this particular person, I'm going to put those emails in the spam folder. So that's pretty much email deliverability explained in a very simple way. However, if people are opening your emails, clicking a link inside and replying, guess what? You got engagement. This is pure gold. And I have seen people that have very, very high engagement, and they get away with a lot of things. Okay, so you would say, oh, you can't use spam words, or you can't send too many images, or you can't repeat the same link multiple times. If you have engagement, the gods of the internet, they will put up with that, and they'll be fine with it, right? All right, so just give me 1 second. I've got more people here trying to. Now, it looks like everyone's in here though. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alrighty. So yes. So once we have the list reactivation, we're going to send them into the welcome sequence. And here is the opt-in that I mentioned before. So the people in your list, they will only start to go through the sequence that I'm going to show you now after we do the reactivation. Okay. And this is very important. So don't skip that step. Okay. So get your list, get them to be reactivated, so you know precisely who's engaging, who's not engaging. And I'm going to have another day, another lesson that I'm going to teach you how to clean up your list, how to do all the things that you need to do for email deliverability to work for you in GoHighLevel, so you have no problems with open rates whatsoever. Okay. So once you have the leads coming in through the opt-in, and after you finish the reactivation, we're going to get people to go into the welcome email sequence. The welcome email sequence arguably is the most important sequence. Why? Because it's the very first experience that the leads will have with you. It's the very first time that they read an email from you. Okay. So the welcome email sequence needs to be done in a way that is just amazing and will blow their mind, because you're going to personalize your message. You're going to be providing them information, I would say valuable information about what they want to know. And we're going to get them to know who you are, what you do, what you offer. We're going to get them to like the way you're doing it, like working with you, and we're going to get them to trust you. So once you have them knowing, like, and trusting you, it's going to be a lot easier for them to consider purchasing from you. Okay. And we're going to even have objection handling as well. So you want to be ahead of your leads before they think about, oh, should I buy from this person? Like, is it too expensive? Is it going to work for me? All those things, right? You know, or you should know your leads better than that they know themselves, right? If you can explain the problem that they are having better, that they can express that themselves, you are already winning, okay? And in here, in the objection handling, you should do exactly that. You should tell them all the answers for the problems that they might not even know that they would think, okay? And then in here, we've got a custom audience. So in GoHighLevel, what we can do is we can link GoHighLevel to Facebook. And this is really cool. Why? Because when you send an email to them, you can go and create an ad on Facebook. And then this ad on Facebook can be linked to, let's say, a bucket. And this bucket is a custom audience. So it means that every time I get a lead and I put inside of this bucket, they will see the ad that you created. And the beauty of that is, one, this is very cheap because you're not telling Facebook to go and find your avatar and then Facebook needs to go and show it to a lot of people. No, you're saying, hey, Facebook, this is my lead, go show it to them, okay? There is a catch. They do need to be using the same email that the same email that they provided in the same email that you have needs to be the same email that will match with their Facebook account, right? Otherwise, they won't be able to see the ads. But yeah, so you get the lead, put in the bucket, and then they will see the ad. And it's really cool because it can really personalize the content. So you could have a video. Hey, thank you so much for downloading the Lead Magnet X, and I will help you to solve all the problems that you have with Y. And by the way, I sent you a very important email. Make sure you go check it. How amazing is that? How personalized is that? You don't see many people doing that, right? And you can do exactly that. You already have GoHighLevel, you already have the tool, and I'm going to give you the automation so you can actually do that yourselves. Cool. So for this, the caveat is that you will need to create the ad yourself. You need to create the custom audience, and then you can link it to GoHighLevel. But it's not that hard, okay? Then once you have the welcome email sequence ready to go, and people go through all that I showed you now, you're going to send them to a sales page. And the sales page will be essentially a landing page. And we want them to take action. We want them to go and buy whatever you have in front of them. And it could well be that you want them to buy something from you or book a call. If they don't do any of those things, that's fine. Why? Because we're going to continue to nurture them. We're going to send them an educational email sequence. And every single one of those automations, sequences, apologies, you will have a goal for them. So the goal in here is to get them to know, like, and trust, so we can send them to the sales page and get them to buy and take action. But if they don't take action, that's absolutely fine, because we're going to send them to the educational sequence. The goal for the educational sequence is to educate them more about the product, about why this works for your audience, and how this will work for this new lead that just arrived now. And you're going to share testimonials, and you're going to, really show to them that they will be silly not to take action, because this is an amazing opportunity for them to solve the problem that they're having in front of them right now. Okay, and you're the best person. You are the authority to help them. If they don't take action, that's fine. Fear nothing. We've got the follow-up in here. And the follow-up, once again, will be where we are going to send them SMS. We're going to show them more emails, and we also are going to have more ads inside of the custom audience that we're going to show to them. And the follow-up is going to be, hey, I've sent you a few emails. I know you need a solution for this problem that you're having, and I've got this solution, and I've got something that is incredible that I want to share with you. And then you get their attention, and you're just bringing them back so you can follow up with them and get them to take action. Okay. If they don't take action at this stage, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So in fact, a lot of the leads, they won't take action immediately. Okay. You need to continue to convert them for a very long time, depending on your niche, depending on your audience, for them to actually take action. It's absolutely fine. So if they don't convert, then we're going to send them to the newsletter. Okay. So as you can see here, a lot of things happen before we send them to the newsletter. We only send them to the newsletter once they know who you are, they like you, they trust you, they are educated on everything that you do, and they know that you can help them, right? And the newsletter will be that little reminder, hey, I'm still here. Whenever you need, you know how to find me, right? And you're going to continue to provide value. You're going to give them tips. You're going to tell them news about what you're doing, like people that you helped, new clients. You're going to share testimonials. This has been working for my clients. Check this out. And you might even have a special offer. You might show them some tricks, but the idea is that they will continue to read your emails. They will continue to engage, and when the time comes, they will buy from you. Okay. But some people will be ready to buy straight away. So let's say they go to the sales page and they purchase, or they purchase from any of the other sequences in here. What do? We move into fulfillment mode. And then we're going to welcome this buyer. We're going to say, hey, we are so happy to see you here, because now we've got a community. Now we can really help you. Now you've got access to amazing resources and tools, and we're going to solve all the problems you have. Okay. So this is the welcome buyer sequence. And by the way, 100% of everything you see here will be given to you today by the end of this call. And this is 100% automated, guys, right? So you will need to create the emails, of course. That's it. Like you don't need to think about like how I'm going to implement this, like how does it work? Create the emails, put the emails in the automation, boom. Okay. And after the welcome email sequence, after the customer lead became a customer, so after the customer purchases, we wait some time, and depending on your niche, business, whatever you do, the time will be different, but we want to have a survey put in front of them. We want to know if they're happy, right? If they're happy, we want to provide them with an upsell. We want to ask for testimonial, and we want to get a referral. Okay, so those emails will be triggered automatically, one after the other. If they're not happy, we want to know too, right? So we can take care and make sure that we resolve the problem and find out what has happened that made them unhappy about the services. So then you can fix that, and yeah, and pretty much get them happy again, right? If possible. And just another thing that I want to really touch here. So you've got the customer journey, right? So implemented everything. We want to make sure that we continue to optimize. Okay. So if let's say you got a lead all the way to the newsletter, sometimes what I might actually do, I might actually go back to some of the leads and email them, hey, I can see that you've been through my newsletters and very happy to have you here, but you haven't actually purchased from me. What's going on? Right? And that's it. Like if I can, I will try to meet up with them. And lots of my, people, like my audience, my leads, they will be inside of Facebook, for example. So I can just message them, but I want to pick their brains. I'll be like, is there anything that you need that I haven't actually put in my emails, in my customer journey? Like, I try to have a conversation, because whatever the feedback I get, I'll be able to reverse engineer that, and I will go back and fix. Maybe they will say, Luis, honestly, you sent me so many SMSs. Like that was really annoying, and that made me not want to buy from you. Okay, feedback. So what happens? I will go back there and I will fix that. Maybe they will say, I had some questions and they were not answered. Okay, I'm going to go and add some more questions in the objection handling email. Okay, so it's very important that you continue to talk to your leads and understand what's going on so you can continue to improve and evolve in terms of the customer journey itself. While all this is happening, okay, we've got segmentation. Segmentation is happening on autopilot. So we're segmenting the leads by engagement and you know, if you have multiple opt-ins, it's a very good idea for you to tag the forms, right? Because you want to know if where the people are coming from. So let's say you've got an opt-in that is for Facebook, and then you've got an opt-in for an ad on YouTube. If you are tracking precisely where people are coming from, guess what? You can see like what is converting. So let's say you have 10 people coming from Facebook, and then you only have 5 coming from this is written Instagram, but it's actually YouTube, right? So let's say, YouTube is here. Never mind. So let's say you have only 5 on YouTube and then 10 on Facebook, but those 5 are converting a lot better than the 10 from Facebook. You will be able to see that because you got the tags. You're gonna have like the people that buy. Then you can see where they're coming from. So it's very important that you segment them as much as possible. Okay. So segmentation, then you will have the automation doing the list cleanup. And the way it happens is if people are engaging, we continue to send them emails. If they are not engaging, we send them a engagement sequence to try to get them back. And if they are not engaging after the re-engagement sequence, we wait a few days, of course, usually 90 days. And if they're still not engaging, we are going to unsubscribe them. Okay, so this is the blueprint, guys. And I am going to go back to the slide. And I'm going to do a live demo. So I'm going to show you how the system looks like in the backend inside of the GoHighLevel. And I'm going to show you the triggers, the automations, how everything works. And that's why I wanted you to be here, because after I do the live demo, I'm going to open it up and you're going to be able to ask questions. Deal? Cool. So can everyone see my screen with GoHighLevel? Can you type 1 in the comments? Just want to make sure that you guys are awake too. Awesome. Lots of ones there. Thank you, guys. Cool. So inside of the snapshot that I'm going to provide you, you're going to have a folder. So I try to organize everything as much as I can so it looks pretty and it's convenient and you can find things. So you're going to click customer journey and then you're going to have everything there. Okay. So you're going to have the warm up sequence. So let me go back and let's do this. So then we can actually match up. So this is the warm up sequence. Okay. So this is this one there. Then we're going to have the engagement tracking. Okay. And this guy is responsible for knowing what the leads are doing. If they're engaging, if they're not engaging, this will do all the tracking. And I'm not going to dive into the engagement tracking now because I'm going to cover that in depth in Vou voltar aqui. All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, sorry guys, looks like you just dropped, but I'm back. Fear nothing. Let me share my screen again. Can you actually see my screen still? Yes? Yes.
Yeah, you know.
Perfect. Awesome. Cool, cool. Thanks, guys. All right, so tá, beleza, manda lá. Okay, so I don't know what happened. We just got kicked out, but we're back, guys. So I'm just gonna send another message to the people that left. Cool. So let's go back in here. So this is the domain warm up. So like I said, this will be here. Okay. So the domain warm up, and once again, just show this automation. Just send people to this automation if they are already in your email list. Okay. Don't send new leads to this automation because it will be very confusing for them. Okay. So let's see what's inside of this automation. So this automation will do the following. It will split all the contacts into small chunks. So we're going to have just a few leads going into day one, and then we're going to increasingly have more leads going to day two, and then day three, all the way to day six. Okay. And the emails will all be exactly the same, right? So in here, you're going to write the email, and for the people that got the secret files, they are not so secret, you got all the templates to write those emails. So if you didn't get it, that's absolutely fine. Let me know in the comments. We'll share it again in the so actually let me ask you guys, so has anyone, yeah, you didn't get it, that's cool, that's fine. So what I'll do, I will post in the main WhatsApp group the link, so then you guys can go and get the secret files, and you will get the emails. So it will be the template for the emails along with an example of what to write. And the way that I've done that is, like, I never actually write the emails for my clients. And this is something that you guys should know as well, because I don't know anything about my clients' audience. They know everything there is to know about their services, their offers, their audience. So I give them instructions. I tell them, hey, in the domain warm-up sequence, this is what I need, right? I need like a very good subject line that people will open. I need a link that people will click, and then I need them to reply. So provide them with something that they will froth. They'll be like, oh my God, I need this, right? And that's it. Like for the domain warm up, that's it. Okay. And then when it comes to welcome email sequence, there'll be instructions like introduce yourself, like who you are, like what do you do, da da da, you know. And then they write the emails, and then I go and check, and then I go and implement, right? So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So it's nice and easy for anyone to do the customer journey. And my goal today is for you to understand how important the customer journey is, okay? And to give you this gift so you can go and implement that free and, you know, make money, scale, grow, and then you can come back and buy some more stuff from me, right? That would be cool. Yeah, so this is the domain warm up. So let's go back and let refresh. Okay, so engagement tracking, I'm going to cover that in a different lesson. Then we've got the pre-purchase. Inside of the pre-purchase, we've got 3 sequences. So we've got welcome email sequence, educational email sequence, and we've got the follow-up email sequence. Okay, so they are all here. So you're going to click there, and you're going to edit the emails in here. Alrighty. And don't worry much about the trigger links. This is, so what I've done here, and there are lots of different ways to do it, but I created an automation that if the person opens all the emails in this sequence and they click on all the trigger links, they will be considered a hot lead. Okay. And this is really cool because then you know the people that are hot leads and you can treat them differently. But there are lots and lots of different ways to do it. You can use lead scoring, for example. In this particular example, that's what I've done. But if you know how to use lead scoring, it might actually be a better way to do it. But I just wanted to, show you what this is about. Okay. So as you can see, I send 1 email a day. And the reason for that is because when you acquire a lead, they are usually warm or hot or interested in what you have to tell them for usually 15 to 20 days. So if you don't do anything within 15 to 20 days with those leads, if you're not sending emails, if you're not nurturing them, that's it. They're going to become cold, and then it's going to be very, very hard. Okay. But if this happens for whatever reason, you can use the warm up sequence to re-engage them and then send them back into the welcome sequence. Okay. So let's say you were already sending some kind of sequences and you lost them. They're cold and you haven't actually emailed them for a very long time. Go build the system and then send them to the warm up sequence. And then from there, go and plug them into the pre-purchase and nurturing. And then if they purchase one of your products, you're going to have them going into the welcome buyer sequence. Once they finish the welcome buyer sequence, they will go into the automated survey. Let's have a look into the automated survey because this one is important as well. So I put here a comment, use the trigger links in the template review email to take the customer to a thank you page. Leverage from the trigger links they clicked. So just want to show you this one very quick, but essentially this is the template that I used to, so let me just go back in here. So we are right here, we're in the survey. So the person purchased, they got the welcome buyer sequence. And then now we're like, hey, did you like our services, right? So that would be this. So we want to get it right. Hi there, superstar. Please share how you feel about your purchase. And guys, this is just a template. Feel free to go and change and really personalize that with your logo, your brand, and everything. And you want to know if they are satisfied, okay, may or annoyed. Okay. And the way I've done it here is the following: if they are either satisfied, which would be one of those options there, they are going to get the testimonial, and then they're going to get the referral, and they're going to get the upsell email, right? And I believe I've got 2 days wait, 7 days wait. You can change the weights and you can put whatever you want in there. Okay. So you can fully personalize to your liking. And if they are not happy, an email will be sent to you and will be the following. So the following customer has responded to the survey and it seems that they are unhappy. Please follow up. And then you've got the details of this particular this particular customer, because now they are a customer, right? Let me just refresh this. I'm going to be opening very soon for you guys to ask questions. So get ready. And here we've got the re-engagement. So in here, we're cleaning up the list and we're doing the re-engagement. So let me go and show you where this is. So the re-engagement is right here. So if people are not engaging, we're going to send them into the re-engagement sequence, and that's what this is. Alrighty. So it'll be just emails. Those emails are a little bit different because we're really trying to get them to engage. As soon as they engage, we're getting them out of the re-engagement, and then they are back to receiving emails and so on. And the list cleanup is a super simple, straightforward automation. So if people in general are inactive, we are going to disable the email so they won't receive any emails anymore. Okay. And this is very important because if you keep on sending them emails with time, you become a spammer. So you're just spamming them. They don't want to open your emails, they don't want to read your emails, and you keep sending them emails. You're going to be spamming them, and it will affect your IP reputation, domain reputation, and your emails will start going to Neverland. Cool. And then the last one here is to identify the hot leads, which is what I showed you before inside of the welcome email sequence. Cool. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, there are a lot of different automations in here. So it can take some time to implement everything. The good news is that I will show you a different way to do the same thing. And instead of going automation by automation and putting the emails in there and so on, you're going to fill out a form, you press a button, magic. It will just create all the emails for you, okay? So I'll cover that in a different day, but just keep that in the back of your mind, as in, this is very important, this is free, you can go and implement that, but I've got a better solution in terms of like, not a better way to do it in terms of like, this is going to be a different strategy, exactly the same thing, right? But it will be a lot faster. So you'll be able to press the button, it will automatically go and create all the emails. It will implement all the emails inside of each one of those sequences, and you'll be able to use it straight away. It will take 5 minutes or so, okay? So let's go back to the slide and let's open up for questions. But beforehand, let me share the snapshot with you guys. So just give me 1 second. All right, let me just get the link and I'm going to share this snapshot with you guys. I want to make sure that you can get access to it as well. So I just shared the link to the snapshot in the comments. So please confirm that you got by saying I got it, and then we can take it from there, guys. Cool. Let me share my screen again. I got it. Perfect. 2 people got it. Cool. Okay. All right. So, okay. So I am going to open up for questions. Alrighty. Anyone has got any questions? Feel free to unmute and jump in here to help, guys. Can't talk. Yeah, feel free to type, mate. Like if you have any questions, feel free to type away as well. It's absolutely fine. Anyone got any questions? There you go. But what if you sell several courses, products? Great question. So you can, what it can do, you can, and that's the beauty of it, right? So what I gave you is essentially the baseline. Okay, so you're gonna have the baseline, and as soon as you understand how a customer journey works, you can create anything you want, right? So you go, okay, so I've got a product, and then so let's say, for example, you've got a value ladder. So you've got a free lead magnet, and then from the lead magnet, you're going to have a product, and once the person has the product, they will have an upsell, or depending on the audience, you might have 2 different products, right? So you might have different lead magnets and so on. So you can actually go and build that initial customer journey That's the very first thing you need to do. And then from there, you're going to utilize the very same automations that you have, that I provided you. And then you're just going to clone them and, like, get the people going to the right automation and so on. So it can be a little bit confusing in the beginning because, this is a brand new concept for a lot of you guys. But I'm happy to go more in depth, you know, um, later on as well. But yeah, it definitely can be done, and that's why I was getting paid the big bucks by the big businesses, because it's, for them it's never just this that I showed you, right? This is the baseline. This is for like a business that will have a lead magnet and a product. Okay. Usually the big businesses, they will have lots of lead magnets. They might have different products, different upsells. And, my goal was to create something that was custom for them and go and implement that. Cool. So is the idea to give away this snapshot as a lead magnet? Yeah, I mean, for me, like, that was my lead magnet. So a lot of you guys are here because of that. But my goal is really to help you guys and teach you and build a community, because I really want, you guys to to grow and scale. I wish I had someone certainly doing this when I was getting started. So if you guys get this and you go and implement it, I'm very happy. So I have no expectation that, you guys buy anything from me. So yeah, what's the best way to build a social content strategy? I'm going to be showing that in a um, different day, different lesson, but I'm going to be covering that in detail regarding how I got 100 people here. And that's the thing as well. When I first started, I I studied a lot, and I was like, man, this is amazing. I want to teach people how to do a lot of those things. But then I took a step back and I was like, I haven't actually done it myself. So I don't think it's fair for me to go and teach people how to do it because I haven't actually done it. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and implement it and, make sure that it works, learn from all my experiences, my trial and errors, and then I can go and teach people. And I think that was the best thing I ever done, really, because now I have the experience. So when you guys ask me questions, it's not like I'm making up stuff. I'm like, I've been through this, and I can help you guys. I can provide you with real experience, like proof of things that work. Like for me to be here right now and tell you, everyone in here came to this meeting because they were in a way attracted, to be here, and it was 100% free. And now I can teach you guys how to do it. Like for me, this is big. This is, the like, nothing pays for this, right? I'm just very happy to be in this place that I can do that and share this information with you guys, right? So it's going to be a different day, but I'm going to share everything with you guys, and it's so simple, to be honest, that it will blow your mind. It's, yeah, but nonetheless very powerful, very, very cool. Let's see, next question. So I've got several campaigns going on at the same time for different medium, low, high ticket programs. Yeah. So Eugene, you're already my student, mate. So definitely, let's touch that inside of the community. Let's go through your pipeline, and I can help you to improve it. So 100%. So no problems there. So thank you very much, Joe. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being here. It's my pleasure to serve. If someone is selling physical products, how to get that lead magnet, etc., means how to get leads to get engaged. Do you want to expand on that a little bit, Ahmed? Are you there? Do you want to perhaps unmute and we can have a chat? Oh, he just left, I think. No? All right. So if someone's selling a product, how to get the lead magnet. So if you're selling a physical product, usually the way that I do the lead magnet is it's a very good idea for you to package that physical product. You might not be able to do that with everything, but or Mozi is like Alex or Mozi is amazing at this. But let's say you were selling, I don't know, you're selling a chewing gum. I'm just making this up, right? So you're selling a chewing gum. You know, like this is a very low ticket price, so it's horrible as an example. But you could have, you know, something that people would be attracted to know more. So you could do a promotion. Actually, okay, I was part of a promotion where people went to the streets and sorry, I went to the streets with the business and then we took photos of those people, and the photos were appearing in those billboards, the electronic ones, right? So take photos, appears in the billboard, and then people were just like taking photos of the billboard and then posting that on social media. So this was one way to have social media, you know, to go viral kind of thing, because people were sharing all over the city, right? So that was very interesting. But at the same token, what we were doing, we were telling them like, hey, do you want this photo? Just like put your details in here, I'm going to send it to you, right? So we had like both things happening, and it wasn't for a chewing gum, but it was for like a sweet, you know, candy thing. So very similar. So yeah, like the lead magnet doesn't need to be just value for, it can be used for physical products. You just need to be a bit smart. We've done one for a petrol station, and it was, if you fill out a form and put your details in there, you're gonna get $5 towards your next, you know, the next time you come to the petrol station. So lots of different ways to do it. Still a physical product, but it can be done as well. Cool. All right, next one. How many emails do you recommend in a welcome email flow before you present the essay to them? So I try to keep my sequences very short in terms of like how many emails I put on them. And you'll see mine is probably 5 to 6 emails. And the reason why I do that is because, like I said before, for every sequence, I'm going to have an objective. And if I have a very long sequence, I don't know what's, you know, going wrong there, right? Like I can try to see the open rate between one email and the other, but the idea is that if you keep it short, you know if that sequence is working or not, right? So it's better to have something punchy and short that will get engagement, and, you know, like you'll be able to track what sequence is working, what sequence is not working, and then you can just start from scratch or optimize it, then have like a long sequence. I've seen people with sequences that have like 48 to 60 emails, and they have no idea where the leads are getting lost in the sequence, because they have way too many emails and it's very hard to track. So it's best to have different sequences, and then you can see like, man, like the welcome email sequence is really converting people, or when people get to the educational sequence, that's when we see the biggest number of conversions, and then you can optimize and try to get more conversions in the welcome sequence and so on. Cool. Thank you, Lewis. Could this snapshot be cloned for different products or all the same? Yeah, like it can be. Yeah, it can be cloned. So you can use that, and you can clone not just the actual snapshot, I guess, but the sequences itself, right? So you can just clone the sequence, and then you'll be able to have your own customer journey created from there. So hopefully that's what you meant. But yeah, 100%. Ahmed said that he can't unmute. So hopefully I answered your question. I lose love from Philippines. Love right back to you from Australia. I'm currently working as a freelancer from the US company. How important is making a better website for generating leads? So the lead generation for my clients, the big ones, the majority of the leads, they actually come from landing pages because the websites, people get lost in websites, right? They go to website and there are lots of menus and lots of distractions in there, and they end up not going ahead with your object, with your object, which is to acquire the information so you can provide them with solutions and really nurture them. So it's best to use a landing page or a funnel, and then you can get them to press one button. They only have one thing to do there and they can't get distracted. And this button will be for them to open a form and put the details in there so you can acquire that lead and look after them. Cool. How do I get in your community? So I've got a community for my students, and next week I'm going to be providing more details on my upcoming offer and how you can join the community. Cool. Today, just value. I'm here to just help you guys and provide as much value as I can. I just got an idea now. I am selling low, medium price courses. I can create a book for each of those courses and then basically start selling the book as well as physical products. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You can do that. And you can use, Claude or ChatGPT to help you with those books. I've got a very good friend of mine that he's been using custom GPTs for everything. And he's going to start selling those as well. So if you have something that you're very good at, I actually worked with a bunch of course creators and consultants. They've been working and gathering information for their entire lives. So they put that into custom GPTs and people can tap into that. They have a lot of information condensed in a single place. They can ask questions. This particular friend of mine, he sells CCNA training, so it's more focused in IT and networking, and he built tests and interviews, and if you are his student, it's just amazing, right? Like, because he got all those tools and you can tap into his brain essentially, and he doesn't need to do anything else, right? Because he's done the hard work, he put it there, and people have access to it. So it's super cool. For courses, memberships, coaching sites, what is the best to get new leads? So I would say the best way to get new leads is to provide value. The way I like to do it is give them a solution for something that will solve their problem right now. So for example, being very transparent, right now you need to improve your email deliverability, you need to improve your open rates, you need to improve your lead conversion, and I gave you the Ferrari, I gave you everything you need. You needed to be here to get it, you needed to understand the concept, in order to use it. Because if I gave you the automation, you'd be like, I don't know what to do with that, it would be useless. But because you're here and you went through the entire course, now you know what to do with it and you know how powerful this is, right? So give something to them that they can use straight away and they can get results. This automation I used for my clients, and I made a bunch of money with it. I'm going to give you guys a lesson sometime this week or the next, I don't know, so many lessons, right? Been recording like crazy, but it will be about email deliverability. And just that lesson that I'm going to give you guys, I charge usually between $1,000 to $3,000 to get that kind of work done. So just that one already huge, right? You can get this information and you can go after clients, help them with email deliverability, and can make money. So I think that's the biggest takeaway in terms of like lead acquisition. Provide something that people can use straight away and they can make money out of it, they can get value, and then it will be a lot easier for you to put something in front of them with monetary value, because they'll be like, this guy helped me, this guy knows his stuff, and I know it's going to be good, I know he's going to continue to help me. So that's pretty much how I see it, right? Consider they do have value. What would be the best medium to deliver? Honestly, I think you need to find where your leads are and you need to deliver that to them where they are. So it could be a WhatsApp group. I actually invited everyone and they were interested. you guys were interested and you guys came in here, right? So it doesn't really matter where it is, but it's yeah, it's more finding those leads and giving it to them, right? Cool. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. We went a little bit over time. I do have some amazing surprises and trainings coming up, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So if you guys enjoyed, like, just, you know, put like #1 or just comment. I really want to know. And yeah, I really appreciate having you guys here. And I will provide you guys with the replay for this training. And yeah, let's go, team. Cool. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to meeting you guys again in a different day. I'm gonna have one more live to go, and I really want to get you guys there. Cool. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Thank you for being here. Ciao, ciao.